Mr. Lynch lives or will be alive forever. Good morning, Mr. Massimo, so simply, or 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 simply, David. Yesterday, not David Lynch. It's February 18th, 2025, it's a Tuesday. It enables today totally clear. Yes, it seems totally clear, scanned to in general, so seems the listing notes. You have to practically 13 and 9 minutes. 59 Fahrenheit 15 Celsius, really cold like these days in the Siberians, acropolis, classificaci, resource, winter period since yes, winter period since the start reports of 3 seconds, perhaps non rememberai, finché non borio, se non borio c'è niente, suppose, I'm sure. Tolere sia del mio distinto, per esempio, stesso sia testimonialmente, ma per poi si fa che te più, 100 c'è un iso, it's better, and perhaps the paradox for you not for me, that it is doing, that I precious for springing you to an esame, for springing you, e su questo aggettivo, soffre per l'esame, l'aggettivo altro su, si usa su significa così aggettivo, la segretaria di Greece at for me, always a figure to see, a figure to have, so we can complete better, obviously it's cold, particularly last week's really cold, at the same time, text of me, I follow since some years, better 2 points, spare me si mito, ti sei remove si mito, ti touch at later, vere, e 2 points are con le showers if not freezing, where it clothing as possible, flattened su 2 points, since some years rules, try to fight the golden for his affiliate less other people, but considering also a second aspect consists practically in the increase in general, because in fact apart from last year in past years, I didn't try to remember a winter like this or rough part of winter like this with series, so consider both the aspect the fact that I try to fight the gold to 2 points and the increase in general, for me the temperature is good. We can see also the condition situation, and some of these things are good. And only for the people, physical sensations, judgments for me, but this from while it is sure letting of notice, for example, think of the cold showers. It's a bit impossible, I don't know if it depends on them. It's still a matter to say today, absolutely, I say for sure, the same thing is just for me. It's beautiful, at least testing, the fact that it's still a Ingrid number think at temperature 26, repeated just before. Say 59 Fahrenheit 15 Celsius. But the really important thing is atmosphere at anticipating. So before today, today's beautiful. Рассказывай сощанец, beautiful сощан, как результат, beautiful сощан, результат, одни ромеды, ed until now, considering the video, and considering it, very beyond the moon, every name for now for other, the sun is covered now for other 4 hours and 15 minutes, 20 minutes, also on the half, so more in comparison, more or less, comparison with the American Federation, we are completely fresh rule. Well, so, se diviso, dico, quindi non è insomma, tu, insomma, diverse fact is new something code because so logo because you have it discussing the since point years and also the visual penetration also and metin also for metri e also those for metri visible in center in shot attivando si meglio in shot. Así que no should also not visible behind the curtain to significate in general visible for better visible in center in shot also significate stiamo si meglio in shot. And finally, from a medical killer, energy Cassandra 40, APG, 625. Also, in this case, si immagine shut up. Che sei molto people, fa la vicenda di quarzo, che se leggo di metuora, non sono un brano, ma sister. Also, myself, Ross Muskis, and finally, I hope you got the breakfast. Today, it's late, in general. Finché also for my house, ma sì, I mean for my house, ma tipo il bowl importante deve essere fare con delle varie azioni. Terminato serve per in breakfast. Finalmente si ambienta, è stato vita. Finalmente partiremo da te, si fittuoso yesterday, so the think that the record is in fact is a man so saraccio. I to repeat, close the record. Late, the remembers. Direi just roll in quota, 13, 9 minutes. but really important thing to choose cinema set in some way. Also today, fortunately, it is so. I'm really angry. And as we always say, breakfast is always one of the most sweet things left in the world. Absolutely. As you know, since a few weeks, saranno shots, saranno biscuits, my favorites. In particular, with the two things as regarded milk, not only nutrition shot, not only consider coffee in it, obviously, but also Nesquik chocolate and facts, you know, that can notice from this other short fragment video of the other shots. And within this, I also the Nicholas breakfast was a bomb, but this last days are mega bomb. And the other thing is about 3 series because and if there are beautiful series that are the Conan Italian series for me at the second place position, at the first place position for me there are the Palm Italian series. In fact, I truly recommend them because they are really superb. Also, tu muoio, se poi se fa non ti dai, fa che non ti trovo tutto l'eppe una guarda il sim.